Did you know that for centuries, history in Africa wasn't just written, it was sung, sculpted, and woven? Forget dusty textbooks. We're diving into the vibrant visual and oral traditions that kept Africa's stories alive. Prepare to witness history unfold like a breathtaking pop-up book. Our journey begins at the very beginning, the cradle of humankind. Africa. Fossil discoveries at Jebel Irhoud in Morocco, dating back over 300,000 years, and Omo Kaibish in Ethiopia, show us that our species, Homo sapiens, first emerged here. All people alive today trace their ancestry back to Africa. But how did these early societies record their stories, their laws, their very identities? The answer lies in the power of the spoken word, and the artistry of visual representation. Across the continent, oral historians held a place of great importance. In West Africa, griots were the keepers of knowledge, reciting genealogies, recounting battles, and preserving the wisdom of generations. They weren't just entertainers, they were living libraries. Their words carried the weight of law, the authority of kings, and the memory of the ancestors. Other societies had praise singers, court historians, and genealogists, all dedicated to preserving the past. These traditions weren't just about memorization, they were elaborate performances, using music, dance, and drama to bring history to life. But it wasn't just the spoken word. Ancient Egypt around 3100 BCE, with its iconic pyramids and hieroglyphic writing, stands as a towering example of African civilization. But Egypt was not alone. South of Egypt, the Kingdom of Kerma arose in present-day Sudan around 2500 BCE, becoming a major Nubian power. Later Nubian kingdoms, like Kush, Napata, and Meroe, built their own pyramids and developed their own writing systems, proving that civilization flourished across Africa. Further east, the Kingdom of Aksum, in present-day Ethiopia and Eritrea, rose to prominence by the 1st century CE, controlling vital trade routes across the Red Sea. And in North Africa, Carthage, founded by the Phoenicians, challenged even the mighty Roman Republic before its eventual destruction. But the story of Africa isn't just about these well-known civilizations. It's also about the empires that rose and fell in the Western Sahel. The Ghana Empire, flourishing from around 300 to 1200 CE, controlled vast trade networks, exchanging gold for salt across the Sahara Desert. Then came the Mali Empire, founded by Sundiata Keita after his victory at the Battle of Kyrene in 1235. Under rulers like Mansa Musa, Mali became renowned for its wealth and power. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324 was a spectacle that captured the world's attention. He traveled with an enormous caravan, laden with gold, so much so that it is said it affected the price of gold in Cairo. His journey put Mali on the map, literally, appearing on European maps as a land of unimaginable riches. The Songhai Empire followed, expanding under the leadership of Soni Ali and Askia Muhammad I, with its centers at Gao and Timbuktu. Timbuktu was not just a trading hub, it was a center of learning, boasting universities and libraries filled with thousands of manuscripts. These manuscripts, covering everything from astronomy and law to theology and medicine, challenged the notion that pre-colonial Africa lacked written scholarship. In southern Africa, Great Zimbabwe flourished from the 11th to the 15th centuries. This impressive city, with its towering stone walls and intricate architecture, was a testament to the skill and ingenuity of its builders, ancestors of the Shona people. Sadly, European colonizers initially refused to believe that Africans could have built such a magnificent structure, falsely attributing it to outside influences. Moving westward, the Benin Kingdom, in present-day Nigeria, became famous for its bronze and brass court art. These sculptures, depicting kings, queens, and warriors, provide invaluable insights into Benin's history and culture. Further south, the Congo Kingdom emerged in the late 14th century, in present-day Angola and the Congo Basin region. This kingdom, with its complex political system and its interactions with European traders, played a significant role in the history of Central Africa. And then there is the Ethiopian Empire, one of the longest-lasting states in Africa, with roots stretching back to ancient times. Ethiopia stood as a beacon of independence, resisting European colonization and preserving its unique cultural identity. But beyond these powerful kingdoms and empires, Africa's history was also shaped by trade. The trans-Saharan trade connected West Africa to North Africa and the Mediterranean, facilitating the exchange of gold, salt, and other goods. The Indian Ocean trade connected East Africa with Arabia, Persia, India, and even Southeast Asia. Along the Swahili coast, city-states like Kilwa, Mombasa, and Mogadishu flourished, becoming centers of commerce and culture. These societies were deeply cosmopolitan, blending African traditions with influences from across the Indian Ocean world. It's important to remember that African history is not just a story of kings and empires, it's also a story of ordinary people. It's a story of farmers, traders, artisans, and scholars. And it's a story of women, who played vital roles in society as market leaders, religious authorities, queens, diplomats, and military leaders. Figures like Nzinga Mbande of Ndongo and Matamba, Yer Asantwe of the Ashanti resistance, and Amina of Zazau, stand as powerful symbols of female leadership. The late 19th century brought the scramble for Africa, with European powers carving up the continent among themselves. Colonial rule brought forced labor, extraction, taxation, land seizure, and political restructuring. But it also sparked resistance, igniting movements for independence across the continent. In 1896, Ethiopia famously defeated Italy at the Battle of Adwa, a landmark victory against colonial aggression. The 1950s and 1960s saw most African countries gain their independence. Ghana, in 1957, became the first sub-Saharan African colony to break free. Nigeria followed in 1960, Kenya in 1963, and Algeria in 1962, after a long and bloody war. And in 1994, South Africa finally ended apartheid, after decades of struggle against racial segregation. But even during the colonial era, Africans continued to use visual forms to express themselves, through portrait photography, studio images, newspapers, postcards, and posters. These images shaped both self-representation and colonial propaganda, providing a glimpse into a complex and contested past. Today, African history continues to be told through many mediums, from oral traditions to academic research, from museums to social media. It is a story of resilience, innovation, and cultural richness. It is a story that deserves to be heard and seen. Let us continue to explore and celebrate the diverse visual and oral histories of this incredible continent. Wide shot of the Sahara Desert at sunrise, sand dunes stretching to the horizon, clear blue sky, no people, cinematic 8K.